All right, so just sitting up nice and tall. Clear the extra flesh and get right up on your sitting bones. Good. Placing your hands on your knees, you can place the palms face down or face up, whichever way feels better to you. If you're having a difficult time getting your mind still, you might want to face the palms down rather than up. And then just closing your eyes. Begin to take a moment to just come into this space. And yes, you can take a moment to observe all the sounds, the lawnmowers and the chainsaws and the crickets and cicadas and the planes. Just taking a moment to observe all of the exterior noise. And then take a moment to just surrender that there is nothing you can do about it. And so when there is something that we can do nothing about, taking a moment to just realize and honor that we can just let it go then. We can let go of the irritation, the frustration, the desire to change it. And we can simply be. So then beginning to turn your attention inside. Focusing on what's going on inside of your body. Some of that you can do something about, some of it you can't. So just taking a moment to notice and discern what are the things inside of you that you can do something about and maybe should, and what are the things that you cannot do anything about inside of you. And then just taking a moment to make peace with all of it. On your next inhale, reach your arms up, lift your chest, lift your head, look up. And as you exhale, drop your hands to your knees, tuck your tailbone under, pull your belly in, chin to your chest, round your back. Good. Inhaling, lift and look up. And exhaling, hands to the knees, round your spine, chin in. Good. Inhaling, reach up and look up. And exhale, hands to the knees, round your spine. Nice, Mala. Inhaling, reach up, look up. And as you exhale, fold forward. Release your hands and your forehead down towards the earth. Good. And then breathe deeply in. Inhaling all the way down into your low back. And as you exhale, allow your belly to just hollow. Good. Inhaling, breathe in. Exhale, hollow the belly, soften the shoulders. Good. Now as you inhale, slowly zip up your spine, coming one vertebrae at the time. Chin to your chest until the last moment. Very nice. Once you're sitting all the way up, place your hands down behind you, close to your body. Press down into the earth, slide your shoulder blades towards each other. Lift your chest and your head, look up. Good, open up the front body, and if you want to go a little deeper, lift the hips up and press your knees towards the earth, as Chrissy's doing here in the front. Good, if that doesn't feel right for you, just keep it on the ground, whichever way you feel is appropriate for you. Good. And breathe deeply, deeply, deeply. Open your heart, open your throat, nice. And gently release yourself back down to the earth or come back to center. Beautiful. Take your right hand down by your side and inhale, take your left arm up. Exhale, reaching over to the right. Good. If you want a little more challenge, take that right hand further out away from you or place your forearm down. Good. Nice deep inhale, opening up the left lung and the left side of the body. Good. Exhale. On your next inhale, come back up. Exhale, take the left hand down by your side. Take the right arm up and over. Beautiful. Reach long through the right fingertips and drop your right sitting bone down towards the earth, grounding there. Beautiful. Breathing into the right side body. Opening up the right lung now. Good. One more inhale. As you exhale, sink a little deeper if you can. And when you inhale, come back up and exhale. Take your right hand behind you. Left hand to the right knee. Look back over your right shoulder. Very nice. Press your right hand down into the earth. Lengthen your spine as much as you can and looking to the back. So not really going for a deep twist here. Just a gentle opening of your spine. Stay with your breath nice and deep. Good. One more inhale, and as you exhale, drop your left knee or your left elbow. What is this? Your shoulder. Drop your left shoulder to your left knee. Inhale, take your right arm up and over. I think I'm going to have to retake my anatomy class. Good. Breathe into the right side body. So we're opening up the side body with a little bit of a twist. One more inhale there, and exhale, drop your chest and forehead down. Stretch your arms straight out in front of you. Good. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, start to slowly zip up your spine, stacking your vertebrae from the bottom to the top until you come all the way up to sitting. Very nice. Place your left hand behind you, right hand on your left knee, pressing down into the earth with that left hand. Gently look back over your right shoulder. Or left shoulder. Yes, for some of you it's the right. Good. Nice deep breath in. Lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, drop your right shoulder to your left knee. If you've got the other direction, that's fine. Inhale, take the left arm up and exhale it over your ear. As long as you're doing the opposite side from what you just did. So you're reaching long through that left hand. Drop it alongside your ear and breathe in. Yeah, good. One more inhale here. And exhaling, drop your chest and forehead down. Stretch your arms out in front of you. And breathe deeply into your low back. And as you exhale, hollow your belly and start to slowly zip up your spine, one vertebrae at the time, coming all the way up to nice seated posture. Beautiful. So let's swing the legs around, or you can come forward over the shins, whichever way you like, coming onto hands and knees, all fours. So once you're there, check, make sure that your knees are directly under your hips. So knees are going to be hips width apart. Good. And then check your hands. We want the index finger pointing straight forward. So the middle finger is going to turn slightly out. It's opening up the shoulders a little bit. Try placing the middle of your hand in line with the outer edge of your shoulders. Good. Now as you inhale, lift your sitting bones, drop your belly, lift your chest, look up in cow tilt. Good. Now as you exhale, curl your tailbone under, round your back, look towards your belly. Beautiful. Inhale, lift and look up. And exhaling, round. Continue at your own pace. Just follow your breath. Good. On your next inhale, as you look up, curl your toes under. And as you exhale, push your buttocks back to your heels, extended child's pose. So stretching your arms way out in front of you, good. Lift your elbows and your forearms up off the ground. Press into the earth with your hands. Really press the palms firmly into the earth, pushing your buttocks back towards your heels. So we're very, very lucky today on our Friday the 13th because we get to practice actually on the earth, on the ground. So all of this connection to earth energy that we do in yoga is much stronger today. So one more deep breath in. As you exhale, lift your knees and press your hips up into downward facing dog. Good. Pressing your chest back towards your thighs. Let your head come down. Relax your neck and your shoulders. Beautiful. Inhaling, lift your heels. Press into the balls of the feet. Good. As you exhale, reach your heels back and down. Beautiful. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, reach your heels back and down. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, release the heels back and down. And inhaling, lift your heels. Exhale, release the heels back and down. Just take a breath there. Look towards your belly button. Beautiful. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, start to walk your feet forward between your hands, finding a nice, gentle forward bend. So your feet can be together, your feet can be apart, doesn't matter, whatever feels right for you. Knees can be a little bent or straight at this point, whatever they are ready for. If your legs are not so open already, just let them be a little bit bent. Good. Take a deep breath into the low back. And as you exhale, allow the neck to really soften, top of the head reaching down towards the earth. Beautiful. And yes, you can shake your head. Yes, please. No, thank you. Really release any tension from the neck. Good. You can jiggle your shoulders, sway your upper body side to side, whatever feels good for you. Release in any way that you need to. Very nice. Now on your next inhale, we're going to slowly zip up your spine, coming one vertebrae at the time. It's the same as you did when you were sitting. So chin to the chest until the last moment. Head is the last to come up. Stacking it right up on top. Beautiful. And then placing your hands on your sacrum, fingers looking down. Squeeze your elbows in towards each other. Press your hips a little bit forward. Lift your heart. Look up to the sky. Good. Open up the throat. Beautiful. Inhaling, come back up. And as you exhale, let's find Tadasana all the way up at the front of your mat. So big toes together, insides of the heels together. Try and lift the inner arches up so your ankle bones are not touching each other. And just lift up all your toes for a moment and really feel yourself grounding. It's a little tricky because the grass is thick in places and it's moving. So really get that grounding in the four corners of both of your feet. And then spread your toes nice and wide and gently release them down to the earth. Good. Now lifting your knees. Engage your thighs. Good. Back of the belly button is pulling slightly in. Tailbone is dropping gently. So making sure that you're not clenching your bum. So as we lift the kneecaps and engage the thighs, sometimes we go, squish our bum. Let it relax. So we're not bringing tension to the low back. Keep that soft. Just learning to isolate different parts of your body. Good. Now just closing your eyes, take a moment here in Tadasana, mountain pose. Feel as if everything from your waist down is grounding deeply down into the earth like the base of a mountain. Nothing can move you. Good. And then feel as if everything from the waist up is lifting up through the crown of your head like the peak of a mountain up into the clouds. Good. So you're staying with your feet firmly grounded and your head in the clouds. Just the perfect way to be. Turn your palms out. You can keep the eyes closed or open, whatever you like. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead, interlacing your fingers. Leave the index finger out. Squeeze your palms together. Squeeze your elbows towards each other behind your ears. And exhale, leaning to your right. Good. Try and keep the left hip and shoulder back slightly. Look up under the left arm if it's okay with your neck, up towards the leaves or the sky. Good. Inhaling, come back up. And as you exhale, leaning to the left, like you're smiling with your whole entire body. And your mouth can join in if it wishes. Good. Breathing into the right side. Good. Inhale, come back up, and exhale. Let's take an arch back, pressing the tailbone slightly forward. Lift the hip, the chest. Look up. Open the throat. Let the neck get nice and relaxed here. Good. Inhale, come back up, and exhale. Release your arms out and down by your sides, and we are ready for Surya Namaskara A. Surya means sun, Namaskara salutation. So Surya Namaskara A. Turn your palms out. Inhale, lift your arms out and up. Make sure you're all the way up at the front of your mat. As you exhale, swan dive down. Lead with your heart center. Arms out like wings. Releasing the hands down wherever they go. Keeping your knees straight. If you don't reach the floor, you can put your hands on your shins. As you inhale, lift your chest. Lengthen your spine. Back of the neck stays long. Exhaling, fold down. If you don't reach the ground, bend your knees and put your fingertips right in line with your toes. Good. Now we're going to walk or step, or those of you with a more advanced practice, if you want to jump back, find plank pose, the top of the push-up. Good. Now again, lining your shoulders up right over your wrist, index finger forward, middle finger out, middle of the hand in line with the outer edge of your shoulder. Lift your kneecaps the same way you did in Tadasana. Engage your thighs, pull the back of the belly button in, get the belly nice and strong. Take a deep extra breath in here. And now looking forward, as you exhale, lower yourself halfway down. Bend your elbows back towards the back of your mats, and you can use your knees if you need to. Good. Now look towards the earth and push forward with your feet into upward dog. Good. Pull back with the hands. Roll the shoulders back and down. Make the neck nice and long, like a turtle coming out of its shell. Yes. Good. Now exhale, pull your chin in, pull your belly in, press your toes into the earth and pull back. Find your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Second dog of the day. So hopefully we're already a little more open than we were on the first one. So just taking a few breaths here. Do whatever feels good to you, whatever feels really right in this posture. Try and press this part of your hand down. Yeah, particularly out here it's challenging, but you want to try and press the base of the index finger down so you ground. Yes, good. That protects your wrists as well. Good. One more deep inhale. Look towards your belly button. And as you exhale, look towards your hands. Walk, step, or if you're ready, lightly jump through. Find your forward bend. Toes come all the way up in line with your fingers. Beautiful. Once you're there, as you inhale, just lift your chest and lengthen your spine. Keep the back of the neck long. And exhaling, fold down again, reaching the top of your head down towards the earth. Beautiful. Now inhaling, reverse that swan dive. Circle the arms out to the sides, open heart, pulling the belly in, reaching up. Look up towards the sky. And exhale, release your arms out and down by your sides. Very nice. And again, turning your palms out. Inhale, float your arms out and up. Look up to your fingertips. And as you exhale, swan dive down. Lead with your heart center. Come all the way down. Find your forward bend. Beautiful. And then inhaling, lift your chest, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees if you need to. And walk or step or lightly jump back. Plank pose. Good morning. Looking forward, as you exhale, keep the thighs and the belly firm and lower halfway down. Elbows hug the ribs, so keep them in. Yes, good, Annie. Push forward and up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Shoulders back and down. Good. Exhale, pull back. Downward facing dog. Try and use your abdominals to help pull yourself back so it's not all in the arms. Good. Big deep breath in. Full exhale out. Now bending your knees, look towards your fingers. Walk or step or lightly jump through, whichever is appropriate for you. Toes in line with your fingers. Inhaling, lift your chest, elongate your spine. Exhale, folding down, reach the top of your head, down towards your feet. Nice. Inhale, reverse the swan dive. Circle the arms out to the sides, reach long through the fingers. Look up to the hands. And as you exhale, release your arms out and down, finding Tadasana. Very, very nice. And once again, turn the palms out. Float the arms out and up. Look up to your fingers. Exhale, swan dive down. So arms are out, the center of the chest leads, heart center leading you down. Good. Release the hands. Inhale, lifting your chest. Keep the back of the neck long, so lifting from the heart center. Good. Exhale, fold down, top of the head towards the feet. Walk, step, or lightly jump back. Find your plank pose, top of the push-up. Good. Now firming the thighs, firming the belly. As you exhale, take yourself halfway down. Elbows in. Good. Now look to the earth and push forward and up. Ripple through your spine. Upward dog. Shoulders back and down. Open up that heart. Exhale. Pull it back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Nice deep breath here. Making sure that you keep your kneecaps lifted and your thighs firmly engaged. Pressing your chest back towards your thighs. Good. Make sure you keep the base of that index finger really pressing firmly down into the earth. It's easy to let go of that out here where the ground is not so even and not so firm. One more breath in. As you exhale, bend your knees, look to your fingers, walk, step, or lightly jump through. Find your forward bend, toes in line with your fingers. Inhaling, lift up your heart, lifting from the center of your chest. Keep the back of the neck long. Exhale, fold down, top of the head reaches towards the feet. Very nice. Inhaling, reverse your swan dive. Circle your arms out to the sides and up overhead. Look to your fingertips. And as you exhale, release your arms out and down by your sides. Very, very nice. So finding that Tadasana at the front of your mat, toes and heels together. Make sure the feet are touching each other. Or if you're not able to get them together for any reason, just have them sitting bone distance apart and make sure the feet are nice and straight so the toes are not turning out at all. Good. So bending your knees, sink down as if you're going to sit in a chair. So reach back with your sit bones, reaching for that chair. Let your fingertips come all the way to the earth. So sink it nice and low. Keep the feet flat. Yes. And then inhale. Take your arms up. Look up in the space between your hands. Utkatasana. Feet together and knees together. Good. Now exhale. Bring your belly to your thighs. Bring your hands by your feet and straighten your knees. Reach the top of your head towards your feet. Nice. Inhale. Lift your chest. Lengthen your spine. Exhale. Fold down. Walk, step, or lightly jump back. Plank pose. We're moving into Surya Namaskar B. Looking forward as you exhale. Take it halfway down. Elbows hug your ribs. Good. Now looking to the earth. Push forward and up. Big breath in. Upward facing dog. Excellent. Exhale. Pull it back. Downward facing dog. Pull your right knee into your belly. Good. Now pull the belly in more. Begin to round your spine and place your right foot softly between your hands, toes in line with your fingers. Beautiful. Turn your left toes slightly to the left, releasing that left heel down. Press the outer edge of your left foot firmly down into the earth. So from the baby toe to the outer edge of the heel, really press it down. Good. So you get nice and grounded there. Center your chest over your right thigh. And as you inhale, circle your arms out and up overhead. Find warrior one. Look up to the hands. Interlace your fingers if you can. Arch back if you can. Take it as deep as you can go. Beautiful. Exhale, releasing the hands down. Fingers in line with your toes. Turn your left toes to point forward and step your left foot back. Find plank pose at the top of the push-up. Good. Firming your thighs, firming your belly. Look forward. Exhale, lower halfway down. Just shoulders to the height of the elbows. And then pushing forward and up. Inhale, upward dog. Yes. Exhale, pull it back. Downward facing dog. Nice, Matthew. Pull your left knee into your belly. Pull your belly in. Begin to round your upper back. Shoulders coming forward over the wrist. Place your left foot softly between your hands. If it doesn't make it, pick it up with your left hand and move it forward until the toes are in line with the fingers. Turn your right toes out slightly, releasing the heel down, pressing the outer edge of that right foot firmly down from the baby toe to the edge of the heel. Pressing that down into the earth. Good. Get nice and grounded. Now centering your chest over your left thigh. Good. Inhale, circle the arms out and up overhead. Warrior one, interlace fingers, look up, arch back, any of that you can approach. Good. Now exhaling, take the hands down, fingers in line with your left toes. Turn your right toes to point forward and step your left foot back. Find plank pose right at the top of the push-up. Good. Now firming your thighs, firming your belly. Look forward as you exhale. Lower halfway down. Keep your elbows hugged into your ribs. Look to the earth and push forward and up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Good. Shoulders back and down. Yes. Exhale, pull it back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Breathe here. Downward dog is considered a resting posture in yoga, but if it doesn't feel restful to you, you can always rest in child's pose anytime you need it. Good. One more deep inhale. And as you exhale, look to your fingers. Walk, step, or lightly jump through. Find your forward bend. Toes in line with the fingers. And then inhaling, lift your chest, elongate your spine. And exhale, fold down. Good. Inhaling, reverse your swan dive. Circle the arms out to the sides and up overhead. And we forgot Utkatasana, but that's okay. Exhale, arms out and down. Beautiful. Bend your knees. Sink down to your fingertips. Touch the earth. Lift your chest. Reach up. Utkatasana. Beautiful. Belly to the thighs. Exhaling. Fold down. Forward bend. Inhale. Lift your chest. Long spine. Exhale. Fold. Walk, step, or lightly jump back. Plank pose. Top of the push-up. Looking forward. As you exhale, take it halfway down. Push forward and up. Inhale. Upward dog. And exhale. Pull it back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Right knee to the belly. Pull the belly in. And place your right foot softly between your hands. Toes in line with your fingers. Good. Turn your left toes out, placing the heel down, grounding the outer edge of that foot. And inhale. Rise up. Warrior one. Keeping the hips and the shoulders parallel to the front of the mat. Look up if you can. And exhale, take your hands down, fingers in line with your right toes. Step your right foot back, find plank pose, top of the push-up. Exhale, take it halfway down. And inhale, push forward and up. Upward facing dog, very nice. Exhale, pull it back, downward facing dog. Pull your left knee to your belly. Pull your belly in, plant your left foot softly between your hands, toes in line with fingers. Turn the right toes out, releasing the heel. Outer edge of the foot, pressing down. Inhaling, rise up. Strong and grounded in the feet. Beautiful. Look up if you can. And exhale, hands down, fingers in line with toes. Step it back. Plank pose, top of the push-up, looking forward. Exhale, take it halfway down. Good. Push forward and up. Big breath in, upward dog, opening the heart. Good. Exhale, pull it back. Downward facing dog. And nice deep breaths here. Pull back with the heels. So heels are actively reaching back and down. Good. So the arms are not doing all the work. The kneecaps are lifting so the thighs stay firmly engaged. That's also going to help your legs take some of the work. We don't want all the work in the upper body. Good. Nice, Sherry. Good. One more deep breath in. Exhaling, bend your knees, look towards your fingers, walk, step, or lightly jump through. Find your forward bend, toes in line with fingers. Inhale, lift your chest, elongate your spine. And exhaling, fold down. Beautiful. Toes and heels together. Bend your knees, sink down in that imaginary chair. And lifting your chest, reach up. Yes. Beautiful. And exhale, straighten your knees, arms out and down, finding Tadasana, mountain pose, standing nice and tall. Very nice. Close your eyes. Let's take 3 nice deep breaths together. Just find your stillness here. On your next exhale, bring your hands together into prayer pose. Look over your right shoulder and step your right foot around to the back of your mat. So you're facing that right side of your mat. Good. Bring your arms out to shoulder height. I forgot to ask, are you guys warm? We're warm enough? Sort of warmed up enough? All right, so try and get your ankles underneath your wrists. So feet nice and wide apart. So if I tied a string to each of your wrists and dropped it down, it would touch your ankles. Another way you can do it is by bending your elbows and pointing your fingertips down. They should point straight at your ankles. Yeah. Good. Now just rest your hands on your hips for a moment and turn your right toes 90 degrees to the right. So they're going to point straight back towards the back of your mat. Yes. Check your right heel. You want it in line with the center of your left arch if you drew a line. That's going to help your balance here. So that's particularly important when we're outside on uneven surfaces. Inhale, float your arms up to shoulder height. And exhale, bend your right knee in warrior two. Beautiful. Now look at your right knee. If it's passing your ankle, separate your feet a little bit more. You'll know you didn't bring them quite far enough. And then you're going to push that knee slightly towards the right a little bit. So it's pushing over the center of your foot. So making sure the knee doesn't drop in over the center of your ankle. Tailbone is dropping. And looking over the right fingertips. So look at the tip of your right middle finger. Good. Nice inhale here. And as you exhale, bend your right elbow, place your forearm on your right thigh, and reach your left arm overhead. Good. So taking that left arm right alongside your ear, reaching forward. So this is side angle pose. So we want to think about making the whole side of the body into a nice angle. Let the left rib cage relax down a little bit. Good. Very nice. And reaching long. If you can look up under your left arm towards the sky, go for it. If that bothers your neck, let your head go wherever your neck feels happy. Beautiful. And inhaling, come back up. Keep the right toes turned to the right. As you exhale, just drop your right hand down to the outside of your right ankle. Bow your heart down to the earth. Drop your head down. Good. Just take a nice deep breath there. Try and keep your right knee totally straight. Good. Deep inhale. And as you exhale, press your tailbone forward. Roll your left hip back. Roll your left shoulder back. And reach your left hand straight up into the sky. Good. Now on your next exhale, drop your left arm back behind you, bend your elbow, and see if you can bind with your right thigh or your hip crease or the waistband of your pants or your shirt, whatever you can hold on to. Pull. Move the left shoulder back. Try and keep both knees straight. If you're not able to keep them straight, just bring your right hand onto your shin. Good. Both knees straight. Lift the kneecaps. Engage the thighs. Strong in the legs. Pillars of strength there. Yes. Now keeping the left arm back behind you. Inhale. Take your right arm up under your right ear and reach out towards the pool, or depending on what direction you're facing, maybe towards the bay. Good. Strong body. Now as you inhale, come standing all the way up. And as you exhale, bend the right knee again, like warrior two, and drop your right hand down to the ground on the inside of your right foot. Beautiful. Nice. Now try to keep that left shoulder moving back. Try and keep your head back over your right knee. If it's not appropriate for your left arm to be back and it doesn't feel right for you, just take that left hand straight up to the sky, no problem. If you need more challenge, drop your right arm underneath your right knee. Bend your right elbow and reach back and bind with your left fingers. If you're binding, you still want to try and keep the head back over the right knee. You still want to try and press your tailbone forward. So in other words, making sure that you're not sticking your head out in one direction and your bum out in the other. Yeah. Opening the hips and the shoulders. Open the heart, spiraling the heart up towards the sky. Beautiful. Releasing your hands if you're bound. Inhaling, come up. Straighten your right leg and turn your right foot parallel to your left one. Very nice, you guys. Turn your left toes 90 degrees to the left. Left toes pointed straight forward towards the front of your mat. Good. Now look at the inside, or look at your left heel. Draw a line, imaginary line. It should intersect with the center of your right arch. Yeah? Good. Try and square your hips and shoulders towards the side of your mat. Inhale, float your arms up to shoulder height. And exhaling, bend your left knee, pushing it right over the center of your foot. So look and make sure that it's not dropping in over the arch or passing your ankle. So just pushing it right over the center of your foot. Shoulders soft and relaxed. Body straight up and down. Good. Strong warriors you are. And you guys are very serious warriors today. Good. Nice deep breath in. As you exhale, bend your left elbow. Place your forearm on your thigh and take your right arm over your ear. Reaching your fingertips away. Beautiful. Tailbone pressing forward, right hip and shoulder moving back. Deepen your breath. Beautiful. As you inhale, come back up and straighten your left leg. And now just dropping your left hand down to the earth on the outside of your left ankle. Bow your heart down, drop your head down. Just surrender towards the earth for a moment. Try and keep both knees totally straight. Good. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, begin to press your tailbone forward. Roll your right hip back, roll your right shoulder back, and reach your right hand up to the sky. Very nice. So Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle. So we're outside, so we feel like we have lots of space to expand. There's no ceiling above, no walls. So try and really fill up all the space around you that you can. Good. Lift up the kneecaps, engage the thighs. Create as much space as you can between your tailbone and the crown of your head. On your next exhale, drop your right arm back behind you and bind with your left thigh or your hip crease, or the waistband of your pants or your shirt. Whatever you can grab hold of with that right hand, pull. Pull, pull, pull with the right hand. Move the right shoulder back. Move the heart forward. Yes. Good. Open up the chest. Let your heart spiral upwards towards the sky. Open your heart to the heavens. Good. If you can't keep the left knee straight with your hand down, remember, just put your hand on your ankle or your shin. Good. Now as you inhale, lift your left arm under your left ear. Reach it out. Reach across the bay all the way to Bal Harbor. Good. Inhale, come all the way up. And as you exhale, bend your left knee. Drop your left hand to the floor on the inside of your left foot. And roll that right shoulder back. Move the tailbone forward. Yes. Now, if it is not appropriate for you to have your right arm back, maybe it was on the other side, maybe it's not on this side, you can honor that. Reach the right hand up if you need to. Good. If you need more challenge, drop your left arm underneath your knee, bend your elbow and reach back. Bind your hands together. Beautiful. Pull with the left hand, moving the right hand back and down towards the right ankle. Deepen the breath and spiral your heart up towards the sky. Very nice. Releasing your hands. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, rest your hands on your hips and turn your left foot parallel to your right one. Turning your feet nice and straight. So check the outer edges of your feet. Make sure the baby toe and the heel are both in a straight line. So making sure you haven't turned your toes out a little bit. Lift up your kneecaps, engage your thighs. Inhale, lift your chest, open the front body. And exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Reach the head out and down. Beautiful. So keeping your hands on your hips for a moment. Let's check and make sure we're differentiating between our hips and our waist. So ideally, we want to bend from the hips because that's where the joint is, right? So we can also bend from the waist, but we're going to lose a lot of lengthening in the spine. So hips are where the bones are. So just take your hands, squish around, find the bony part, and then start to move up a little bit and find that fleshy part between the hip bones and the ribs. That's where your waist is. Your waist is the fleshy part. So see which one you're bending from. Are you bending from that fleshy waist part, or are you bending from further down where the hips are? Yeah, try and take it into the hips if you can. If it doesn't happen, just set that as your intention and let it go. One of those things we may or may not be able to control at this moment. Then releasing your hands down to the earth, just placing your palms down if you can reach, connecting through the hands and through the feet simultaneously to that earth energy. So most of you know about the 7 major chakras that are along the spine. We also have minor chakras that are smaller in various different places in the body. So we happen to have a chakra in the bottom of both feet, in the center of the arches, and also in the center of your hands, in the palms. So connecting those chakras to earth energy. Nurturing, supporting, grounded, feeling steady and strong in your base. Lift your kneecaps, engage your thighs. Now inhale, lift your heart for a moment, lengthen the spine, keep the chin in, back of the neck long. Make sure you're not lifting from the chin, lift from the heart center. Really lengthen the back of your neck, even more. Some of you have lengthened it some, but lengthen it more. So you want to feel as if you're reaching out through the top of your head, almost as if your spine is this long thing that has a big drop on the end, which is your head, and that drop is just about ready to drop off. So we're not holding the head up at all, creating a lot of space in the cervical spine. Good. Take another breath in, and as you exhale, keep that length in your spine and reach the top of your head down. Feel like you're going to place the crown of your head right down on the earth. Some of you may be able to do that already. So if you are placing the top of your head on the earth, try bringing your feet a little closer together so you have more room for your spine to lengthen. And just breathing here. Good. Now inhaling, lift your chest and start to walk your hands over to the right foot. Bend your right knee and sink down into that right foot. Stretch your inner left thigh. So we are preparing for Malasana in honor of Mala. Mala? Mala is Mala over there. Mala is one of the new family members. Now as you inhale, straighten your right leg and exhale, walk your hands to the left, bending your left knee, sink down on the right side. Open up that inner right thigh. Good. I know we did some abdominal work the other day that also worked your inner thighs, so you might be a little tight there. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, reach your head down. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, hands on your hips, and inhaling, come all the way up. Arch back if it feels good to you, lifting the heart, look up. Good, and come back up to center. Step your right foot forward to join your left one, facing the front of your mat. Good, shake your legs out a little bit. A lot of lower leg work in those. And then finding your Tadasana. Yeah, so it's the first step to becoming a yoga teacher there, Jean. So at least some of you are going to become yoga teachers, whether you know that or not. It always happens. We have an average of 1 a year from FIU have become yoga teachers. It's true. All right, so finding Tadasana, toes and heels together, ground in the four corners of your feet. Good. Find your dristi, your focal point. So remember, dristi is usually something 5 or 6 feet in front of us on the floor that doesn't move. Now, we're outside, so obviously things are more likely to move. So you might look at a blade of grass and the wind might come along and move it. So this is our challenge. Looking at something that doesn't move is easier to balance than looking at something that moves. So I'll suggest you try looking, instead of one little single point, let your eyes just sort of fade out, fuzz out into an area rather than one specific point. You know, like when you're looking at something and your eyes get stuck and somebody wants you to look and you say, I can't because my eyes are stuck, and they have to like wave their hand in front of your face to unstick your eyes. Kind of like that. So find that point that you can look at, or that area that you can look at. Pick up your right foot and place the sole of your foot inside your left thigh. These trees out here need some company, so we're going to come into tree pose. Bring your hands into your heart center. Beautiful. So now that left foot that's on the earth, feel it really grounding. And see if you can energetically, mentally, however it works for you. You can use any of your 5 senses, not the physical aspect of them, but the subtle aspect of sight, hearing, touch, taste. And just see if you can become aware of the roots of this tree underneath your feet. Because however far out the branches go, the roots go much further. So we're all standing on some roots here. See if you can tap into that energy of rootedness from the trees. And see if you can let the roots in your feet grow down and mingle amongst the roots of the tree. Imagine that your toes are like little smaller roots growing out and down into the earth, keeping you steady, strong. Good. And then you can allow the upper part of your body to move in the breeze any way it feels like. So if you want to play around with growing your branches, feel free to do that. Or if you want to keep your branches closer in, feel free to do that. If you want to stretch your branches out and then wave them around, feel free to do that too. And remember your trunk, your upper body. It might move a little bit. How much movement is in the trunk of a tree that we are not aware of because we're not paying attention? We're all connected. So we are in some way, on some level, a part of the tree. And it is a part of us. We just aren't paying attention to that aspect of ourselves sometimes. So see if you can become aware of that aspect. Feel the movements of the tree in front of you, the movements of yourself as a tree. And feel how nice it is to be able to move while you're grounded, while you're rooted. And when you're ready, releasing the right foot, shake the legs out just a little bit. And then get steady, grounded, rooted on both of your feet. Find your drishti, your focal point. And then picking up your left foot. Finding tree pose on the other side. So as you move into tree pose on this side, once again, try and find the roots of the tree. Let your own roots grow down into the earth and connect with those roots of the tree. And then find the movement in your trunk, in your branches. Maybe it's very obvious, maybe it's very subtle. Maybe your tree is in a hurricane today. But remember, even a hurricane has a still point. So find your stillness and your movement. And then just reflecting for a moment while you're in your tree pose on how serious do you think these trees are? How seriously do they take life? Really? Do they worry? Do they get stressed? Do they try and control the things they can't control? Do they go, oh, I don't want rain today. I want the sun. I'm going to be upset because I have rain today and I wanted sun. No. They just go, oh, look, water. Beautiful. The sun comes out. They go, oh, look, sun. Beautiful. I take in the water. I take in the sun. I just am. Couple more breaths here. And with control and grace and ease, release that tree pose. Shake it out. Good. So we're going to step the feet mat width apart. Some of you aren't on a mat, so just imagine a little wider than your hips. Inhale the arms up and exhale, come down into a nice deep squat. Good. Drop your tailbone, lift your chest, lift the crown of your head. Beautiful. Release your back here for a moment. Rock a little side to side if that feels good to you. Keep your shoulders soft. Keep your gaze soft. Keep your face soft. Be like the tree. Don't take it too seriously. Just be. Good. And now let's shift our squat pose a little bit. We opened up in that way. So we're going to now bring the feet together so the heels are touching and the toes are turned out. You're up on the balls of your feet. Good. Now if you want to play around, see if you can balance here, go for it. Tailbone reaching to the earth, crown of the head lifting to the sky. Very nice. And if you want to come into Malasana, we're going to drop down. Bring your forehead towards the earth. Try and take your arms back under your shins, palms facing upwards. Or the variation to that is your hands grab hold of your heels. So either way, just try to let your body drop down between your thighs, down low in the hips as much as you can. So Malasana. Mala is a garland. Or we also call that string of beads. There are 108 of them that we use. Yes? Yes, mala beads. We call that a mala also. So it's a garland of beads, a garland of flowers, garland of a beautiful girl. Good. So now when you feel ready, you're going to release down onto your buttocks and just roll right back into plow pose. Try plow first today until you sort of get yourself situated on the earth. A little different. The earth is much more yielding than a floor. It also may throw you off your center. You also may have trouble getting yourself up and over. That's okay. Try again. If you need help, let me know. You may have to move yourself around a little bit. You might be on a spot where one shoulder is much higher than the other. So be very sensitive and aware of that. If that's happening for you, just move yourself. Work with the earth. We can't control where the bumps and lumps are, so we can control where we are. So shift yourself accordingly if you need to. Good. So try and make sure that you keep your head in center. So don't look around. Try to resist the urge to look over and see how your neighbor's doing. I know it's so interesting what someone else is doing, right? But maybe for a few minutes we can get interested in what's going on inside our own bodies, on our own mat. Good. So lifting your legs up into shoulder stand now if you're comfortable with it. Hands are on your back, palms on your sacrum. Squeezing your shoulders towards each other behind you. Try to make sure that you have plenty of space between the back of your neck and the earth. So if you feel that your back of your neck is really overstressed on the floor inside, you'll feel it as your vertebrae pressing down hard into the floor. You won't really feel that out here so much, but you may feel a lot of pressure on the back of your neck. You may feel really squished in the front of your neck and throat, like it's hard to breathe. So if you feel that, try bringing your chin a little bit away from your chest and create more space between the back of your neck and the earth. Good. So now we are reaching the feet and those chakras we have in the feet upwards to the heavens. And we're taking our upper chakras, which are usually upwards towards the sky. We're taking those down and getting nice grounded energy into the upper chakras. And nice light universal energy through the feet. Also reversing the blood flow and helping the circulation get from the lower extremities up to the heart. So it's a good heart healthy pose. It's also a really good posture to build your immune system because you're stimulating your thyroid and parathyroid glands. So taking one more deep breath in here. As you exhale, gently release your feet towards the floor above your, or towards the earth above your head rather. Good. Coming right back into plow pose. Take an extra inhale there. And as you exhale, slowly, gently begin to roll down onto your back. Take your time. Slowly, slowly, slowly we go down. No rush. Good. Feel yourself, your spine, gently releasing into the earth. Feel yourself cradled there by the earth. Really a good feeling. It's very strengthening. Once you're down, just take a couple of really nice, deep, rejuvenating breaths. Inhale as deeply as you can. And exhale out as completely as you can. Inhale as deeply as you can. Exhale as completely as you can. Very nice. And so now we're going to come into fish pose to counter stretch, plow, and shoulder stand. So just prop up on your elbows and put your hands underneath the upper part of your buttocks. Legs are stretched straight out. Bring your elbows as close together behind your back as you can. Good. So you just propped up on your elbows looking towards your feet. Now take a deep inhale. Lift the center of your chest up, and as you exhale, drop the top of your head back. Yes, just like so. Yeah, so most, if not all of the weight is in your elbows. Can you straighten your legs here? If it doesn't feel okay, you can leave the bed. Good, yes. Try and lift the center of your chest up as much as you can. So this posture helps you to speak your truth. You're opening your heart chakra and your throat chakra simultaneously, which will help you ultimately to speak your truth. Let's lift up a little more. There we go. Come all the way into the elbows. That's it. Good. Can you let your head drop back now? Top of the head towards the earth. Yes. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. Good. Arms are supporting you. Breathe deeper than you have so far today, because this posture also helps you to increase your lung capacity. So we're going to try and take 5 more deep breaths here, really taking advantage of this outside energy. Breathing in really good prana. Prana is what we get from the oxygen. It's the life force. So breathing in that nice, clear, clean air. Good, healthy prana. On your next inhale, lift your head up. And as you exhale, release down onto your back. Good. So now we're going to just pull the knees into your chest, wrap your arms around, squeeze your thighs into your belly. Good. Let your spine really release here. Good. Breathe into that. You're massaging your abdominal organs, which helps your digestion. You're also releasing and lengthening the spine. So now take your arms out to shoulder height. Let your palms face upwards. So your palms are up, just really taking in that universal energy. One more deep inhale. And then as you exhale, gently release your knees over to the left side, all the way to the earth if you can, and look towards your right fingers. If you want to take this into more of a twist, you can bring your knees closer up towards your left armpit and cross your right knee over your left one, wrap your right foot behind your left calf, or you can just take this as a gentle release and let the legs stay not so close to the arms, and not crossing one leg over. As you inhale here, breathe really deeply into your low back. Expand the back with the breath. Massaging your low back, massaging your kidneys. Good. Now on your next inhale, slowly bring it back up to center, head and knees. And as you exhale, gently release your knees towards the right. Look towards your left fingers. Let your left shoulder melt down towards the earth. If you need to take this into more of a deeper twist, pull the knees closer up to the right armpit and cross your left leg over your right one. Wrap your left foot behind your right calf. With each exhale, feel your body just softening, as if your whole body is softening around your spine. As you inhale, take that breath deep, 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 expanding the low back, massaging the back and the kidneys, giving yourself a massage from the inside out. On your next inhale, slowly bring your knees and your head back up to center. And wrapping your arms around one more time, squeezing your thighs into your belly, dropping the chin, lengthen the back of the neck. Let your spine find its way back to center. And now placing your hands on top of your knees with your fingertips looking towards your feet. Slowly begin to circle your knees 3 or 4 times in each direction, as if you're drawing big, giant circles on the sky. Remembering that every time we create a circle, we're creating good energy. Nature loves a circle. And in the center of a circle, even if it's not a complete circle, nature will finish it. In the center of a circle, there is the higher resonance, the higher frequency of gold energy, which is very close to divine energy. Drawing your circles on the sky. But when you feel complete, begin to make your way to Shavasana. Stretching your legs out on the earth. You're going to separate your feet at least hips width apart. Even mat width apart is good. And allow your toes to just flop out to the sides, away from each other. Now, one thought, I'm going to be playing these bowls today, so if you want to take the energy in through your feet, then keep your feet in this direction. If you'd rather take the energy in through the head, then turn yourself around. Bring your hands down by your sides and let your palms roll gently upwards. So palms are up so that we can release and relax. Arms, hands, shoulders. And also so that we are open to receive the good energy that the universe has to give us. So palms facing upwards. Completely surrender. And now, before we totally relax, I want you to just think if there is something that you would like to bring more of into your life. Maybe optimal health or optimal energy. Be careful in asking for abundant energy. You might get more than you want. And you think, how can I have more energy than I would want? Sometimes these practices can create so much energy that we're not able to sleep for 3 days. So optimal is a better way to put it. Optimal health, optimal energy, optimal love, abundance, whatever it is. And or thinking of one thing that you really want to let go of in your life. Maybe letting go of pain in the body. Maybe letting go of tension or stress. whatever it is. And when you have that which you want more of and that which you want less of in your life in mind, imagine that you're writing it down and you're placing it on your belly, just below your belly button, second chakra. This is where we really manifest things. So placing it right under the belly button at the second chakra. And once you have that in place, scan your body looking for any tension, any discomfort which may be remaining there. Ask it to dissolve, and then allow it to evaporate out through your pores, out into the universe, out into the collective good energy of the universe, where it is completely and totally recycled. And now checking into that space around you, the energetic you. Maybe you call it your aura, whatever it is. Looking there for any tension, any discomfort. Allow that also to evaporate out into the collective good energy of the universe. Now allowing your mind to soften and relax, letting go of all definite specific thoughts. Just let them drift away. And allow yourself to be relaxed, resting upon the earth, caressed by the breeze. Allowing yourself to be with those intentions that you placed at your second chakra. With no attachment, just allowing. Relax. 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 Allow your toes and your fingers to move gently. And begin to stretch and move in any way that feels good to you. Gently bringing your awareness back into your physical body. Allowing yourself to just expand into space around you. And then rolling over onto your right side, pulling your knees into your chest. You can bring your hands or your right arm under your right cheek for a little pillow if you like. The first position our bodies ever knew, so it's very nurturing, and even more so when we do it on the earth. So just allow yourself to rest here. In front of your chest. Stretching your left leg towards the end of your mat. Gently push yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Take your time. Rising up out of the earth, renewed. And just finding a comfortable cross-legged position, whatever that looks like for you. Allowing your hands to rest, palms facing up on your knees or your thighs. Eyes closed, turning the gaze inward to the third eye point. It's that space between the eyebrows. Some people find it a little above the eyebrows. Some people find it lower down, even down at the root of your nose. Just gazing towards that point, third eye chakra, eye of intuition. And then bringing your hands into prayer pose at your heart center. Gonna open up and activate the throat chakra by vibrating the sound Om 3 times. So taking a nice deep breath in. Now just bowing your head to yourself, surrendering for a moment, and honoring yourself. Honoring yourself for being here today, for taking the time to take care of your body, your mind, your spirit, and honoring and recognizing that as you have taken care of yourself today, you have in fact taken care of those around you that you love and care about. Because when you take care of yourself, you ultimately take care of others. And thank yourself for taking the time today to connect to the energy of the earth, honoring that as you have inhaled, you are taking in the carbon dioxide that the trees and the plants around you are releasing. And that as you exhale, you are releasing the oxygen that they need. So fully participating in the beautiful circle of life, the balance of give and take. I thank each one of you for being here today and for sharing yourselves and your beautiful practice with me. The light and the spirit within me honors and salutes the light and the spirit that shines so beautifully and brightly within each one of you. Namaste. So just taking a moment to say namaste to your neighbors, thanking them for supporting you on your journey and uplifting their higher self. So thank you all so very, very much. I think you all signed in, but if you didn't,